Welcome back to Spirit Tracks. Previously, we unlocked the Mountain Realm, that's where we're heading to now. It's basically this game's version of Death Mountain.
Well, it's covered in snow, though.
Well, not this one, the next one we're heading to.
Oh, never mind, that's a different mountain.
It's an actual mountain.
It's an actual.
The Fire Realm, whatever. It's a mountain.
Rocks, you get it. You've seen it before.
And it ain't fire unless there's fire falling.
I'm tempted to go directly towards the volcano.
There will be rocks falling from the sky. They don't usually fall in front of you. Sometimes they do. Mostly they'll just fall on the side of the rails.
I think this might be one of my favorite tracks in this game, actually. Just because it makes riding a train sound so ominous.
Yeah. Zelda's really worried about how steep the mountain is. It doesn't factor into it at all. It's just her pointing it out.
Yeah. Also, I think her, of all people, shouldn't be worrying. Like, you could go through it. You're fine. Well, I mean, you're missing a body, but, like, you're fine.
At this point, you can't be harmed. So I'm supposed to head up to the right. I want to continue ahead and see what's in this cave.
I do like the markings on the little gate there.
Well, it's good that the Gorons return.
Oh, and they still look as great as they did.
Much more lumpy.
Zelda, that ain't nice. There's a nice rock man here.
Oh, well, we'll have to come back to this. This is much better than the shooting gallery minigame from Phantom Hourglass. Because this one we are using the train, but it's just generally better. It's less of a headache.
Do you still have to hit, like, the high score in order for you to get the prize?
Yeah, it's still the same general idea as that one. It's just better designed. And also, you're not just going in a U. You are actually moving around a track.
Which, ironically enough, spells out trains when you zoom out, but that's okay.
Which spells out boats. For a while here, I keep forgetting to speed up the train.
Sometimes you just want to go at a brisk pace.
I don't.
You can brake very hard.
They're still sparking, too. I jam them that hard.
Toots is gonna come back later and the train's gonna be on fire.
I kind of like that the Goron theme is slightly remixed, because we're in a different world. But it's still got the same instruments.
Yeah, especially since this is the Wind Waker timeline.
So they should be all dead.
Well, I mean, I don't remember any in Phantom Hourglass.
Well, we just haven't gotten there yet.
Ah.
They are in Phantom Hourglass. I think we're right before when they show up in our recordings.
Well, that's good that they actually got to live and survive, because there was only like 3 in Wind Waker.
We've got a quiver upgrade. I don't think we have the quiver yet, period. Nope. We got the money for it.
A little bit of a tease for us, though.
I don't know if we've seen it yet, but there was also a yellow potion. That's a full heal. But unlike the purple potion, you don't automatically use it when you run out of health. You have to manually use it.
Well, I'm glad that Toots is more realistic with his posthumous drinking.
I'm being an alcoholic when I die.
When I turn 21, woo! Gonna die.
Well, unfortunately, them living on a volcano has not quite panned out.
You know, has that worked out for any Goron? There's always a problem.
Goron. Gesundheit. The path is paved with danger. That's a lyric.
Well, I mean, this one isn't named Death Mountain, is it? Pretty sure it's not.
It's just Fire Realm.
Okay. Because the other Gorons, they willingly live on a place called that. They don't have the right to complain anymore.
They're immune to it. Which raises the question, why... It's probably moving too fast. They can't just, like, swim through it. Hang on, I'm gonna steal your shit. I'm gonna steal the skull of your brother or something.
How did you penetrate my defenses?
A little bit of an obstacle course. It's the classic Death Mountain stuff of rolling rocks and all that. It's not an easy pattern. You're gonna take a few hits.
I mean, I did like the waiting pattern, and then eventually it just turned into, ah, fuck it.
Invincibility frames. It is nice that they move in nice, even, straight lines. I believe this is a timing puzzle. Yes, it is.
No, good. Oh, at least this is still here.
Well, shit.
Toots! Come on, Toots, you really... You could have made a leap.
Here's one thing you could do. That's a little too far. I don't think it's going to help that much. It just gives me a little bit of extra distance. I could also just drop a bomb there.
Yeah, that would have been my move.
There we go.
No Looney Tunes for me today, good sir.
It was quite Wile E. Coyote, wasn't it?
Yeah. The only thing would have made it better if he was just kind of like running in midair and then he looked down and then he looked back at you and then he fell.
Like the bridge disappeared under me, but he's still crossed.
Yeah.
I'm here for battle.
I'm here to push you into the lava because you're pretty ugly.
As soon as you said that, I thought of what's probably a really awful lyric, but I kind of love it. It's "You ugly, you your daddy's son." It's probably a stupid lyric, but I kind of love it.
I mean, I'm digging it.
It's an amazing insult. It doesn't feel like an insult. And it feels like something Toots would say.
All of that, I mean, that is just some partial truth onto it. Like, yeah, you're ugly because you're your dad's, your father's son, that's why.
Why do you want to know about my profession?
Because if you're offering a job, I just gotta say I got some wages. I take payment in the form of ghosts.
That's my little joke from my girlfriend. She does not like it.
She doesn't like that little joke, but, you know, hey, it's a good relationship. I make fun. She slaps me, but it don't hurt because it goes through my face.
And thus Toots never learned. Wait a sec.
Do you think I have an engineering degree in brain?
In brain?
In brain.
Do you have a degree in brain?
Look, that statement is funny, but it also pisses me off. Just because, Toots, for fuck's sake. Like, engineer, it's in the title.
Name's Toots, dude. Oh, him.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Hell yeah, we get a new car for our train.
That guy? Ah, an actual train. I thought he was gonna, like, roll behind our train and push it. Gorons can do that. Roll, stupid!
This isn't muscle, it's all skin.
It was taking a little too long, so I don't know if this is like their way of being, look at the impressive graphics of the DS.
Alright, now we can carry more than just people. Now we can carry objects.
Nice. I love that little music motif, like, after all that waiting. Like, yeah, I kinda got it.
Well, luckily, right to the west is the Snowy Mountains. Wait, we can just dig up an acre of snow. Duh!
Duh, son, cold. Let's go find a grandma and ignore so that way she can ignore me.
So remember this guy, we brought him to Wellspring Station just for him to make some ice.
It all comes together.
Only 25 rupees, damn.
That's actually a steal.
This isn't the last time we're gonna need this ice, though, and he's going to ramp up the price next time.
What a jerk.
So naturally, we do have to protect the ice when it's on our train. If we take a hit from enemies, we lose a bit. Once we get out of the snow realm, the heat will start to melt it. But we have a bit of a margin of error. I think we can get there with like 5 pieces, maybe 10. But you should be able to make it to the village.
Yeah, I believe by this, like, you should have more than enough, even if you do take a few hits. Not that I remember taking any hits when I did this.
It's just when you do have freight with you, sometimes it feels like the game purposefully spawns enemies to attack. So here you can see, I'm speeding it up because I didn't come across any enemies. Although, the game did spawn in some demon trains.
Oh, goody.
So now I gotta slam the brakes, and now you can see up in the top left, I have to take this really long, swirling path in order to get to the Goron village now. Here I'm trying to be sneaky. Maybe if I back up, the train will go back, and I can pass over it. That does not work. The train is ready for me.
Alright, backing up.
Beep. Beep. Wait, I have a horn. Beep. Beep. Toot. Toot. Toot.
Me.
Toot. Me.
Me. Me.
So yeah, I think it's 5 pieces because this will take a little while. The ice doesn't melt too fast.
I like how you can sort of expect it though when you first arrive here, because you don't take that path, or like you don't go that way, and then you're like, oh yeah, I'll just take the ice there, and then once the enemy spawn in, you go, right,
Yeah.
that's what we're doing.
Gotta guide an actual path. What I'm doing here, I feel like I talked about this previously, but before I decided to actually look up where the frickin' rabbits were, I would just keep track of all the paths that I've actually drawn on, and I either saw and actually caught rabbits or I didn't see any, just so I didn't repeat myself. Of course, there were a couple of paths that I did go down where I just plain missed a rabbit that was there, so the idea didn't pan out.
Ah. Pretty sure the fire, well, they're not actually on fire, but the fire bunnies here, they're just like pink, if I remember correctly.
They're a bit of a bright red. Give me a monobrow.
One of these days I'm gonna end up cutting out all the little marks I made with a pair of scissors and see what I can make. Arts and crafts. That might be a monocle.
That he actually wears on himself.
Yeah. But only when on the train, of course.
Well, crap.
Later, loser.
See ya, bitch.
So, what do you think I am? Some kind of idiot?
There's not a lot of rabbits in this area. The ones that are on the side paths that we have to unlock later with force gems. Oh god.
Christ.
This worked out great. So here's what I did instead. I'm just gonna follow behind it because those trains do move faster than you. And it's only the ones with the masks that will actually turn around to try to catch you.
Well, I'm glad it only cost 25 rupees.
I am slightly panicking because I don't remember exactly how much ice I need. When you get down, the number will flash to tell you, hey, speed it up here.
I'm speeding as much as I can.
I don't think the freight cares if you slam the brakes, but I'm just being careful.
Like you slam the brakes and one of the ice cubes is like, nope, and it rolls out of the little thing.
Pointless shit.
Why do we have to do the stupidest? God, I mean the nice Gorons who need our assist.
The annoying thing, though, the game keeps melting the ice, even when you're out of the train. Alright, so you don't even need 5, you just need a little bit.
Oh, I would be amazed if you just needed 1.
You probably only need 1, actually. I think it's like the tutorial for this. Later, the people that ask for the freight will tell you the specific amount they want. And you'll notice if you look in the map, there's still a spout of lava. Who said that?
Why don't you tell him that? He's your grandpa, you family. I don't want to be seen talking to you. I did that to prove a point.
Fuck happy people.
Why don't y'all build ladders? Or I don't know, go through the fire. You're just rocks.
Captain was like my grandpa.
You know, I heard stories that my grandpa used to catch on fire pretty often. I don't know if those are true or not.
It's called rain, sir.
And that stuff on the ground, the ground.
Let's go get some more ice. Let's help out that Goron.
Still better be 25.
Cheaper.
Why? For real? Yeah, it's gonna get pretty steep for you real quick, boy. Fine.
I was just gonna say it's awful here.
you know, this place is worse than the Fire Realm because he exists.
Where? Oh.
Oh.
Spawned into little elephant dudes. Ah, you see, he was sucking up some of the ice.
Ah, of course, they eat ice.
Well, you know, when your cup is empty.
Yeah.
On the plus side, the cursed trains are gone now. Since we made it through the first time. They are up in the top path, but not the one blocking the way to the village.
Fear not, stupid people, I've arrived.
Please give me some ice, Leap. Come back. Why are you here?
Did you bring the ice? Nothing. What?
I feel positivity towards someone else.
Therefore, I get a triangle?
Triangle of positivity for someone else.
Well, I'm positive this ain't money.
I'm positive that don't lead anywhere.
Oh boy, now I can go here.
I mean, it will eventually lead somewhere when we get more forest gems. That's a little side path that actually leads to the Sand Realm. Like, there's a little nub of it that reaches over from the Ocean Realm into the Fire Realm. It's like, it would be a shortcut if you ever used that path.
And do you use that path?
No. Maybe like once to get a rabbit. I smell the treasure.
Smell burnt.
You're thinking, oh, here's a sneaky way to get treasure. No, I spawned down there anyway. Oh my god, it's so hot here.
I bought ice from that one guy and I put it under my hat, but then it got eaten by one of those elephant things.
Trainiac, that's some sort of disease.
It sounds like one of those bands that would have been a thing in the 80s. Like, that had like a one-hit wonder. Like, they just had one hit and that was it.
I mean, there is Train, who started in the 90s.
Didn't it come back in, like, the early 2010s with that one song, and I think that was it?
They had a few songs, and they were all terrible. Trainiac, it feels like, would be an 80s hair metal band.
Yeah, I can believe that. And they'll have, like, another 80s guy, like, also featured in one of their songs. Someone who wasn't prominent.
Gregory Abbott. No. When we find someone who needs iron, we'll come back for some.
To feed them. Here comes the iron choo-choo!
We'll buy some iron to bulk up our train so we can ram it through something.
I'll eat the iron so I can bulk up and maybe throw up.
Well, good. I'm looking for a particular home. I don't mean like I'm an orphan or something. I mean I am, but I have a home.
Ah, I could take this home, though. You look like you got one foot in the grave. Oh, and just like that, Zelda appeared! See? We got this comedy thing unlocked.
You drink lava? Amazing!
I tried to do that once. Don't have a wife.
What does that have to do?
I guess I like offended her parents.
They saw what I did and said, honey, he's disgusting. Get away from...
Alright, time to sniff out the next Locomo. He's back here. I think this is the only situation where the sanctuary is actually connected directly to a village. Because every time we've been to a village and then we had to drive to the sanctuary, which is somewhere else.
I wonder if it's because there's a volcano around here, and there just might not be space for it? Or like a place to like drive towards?
Probably, yeah. Because Volcano is the grand majority of this map.
Plus, as neat as it would be to like drive your train over the volcano. Just get this overhead shot of like lava. Just like, man, I'm glad I ain't down there.
I see you wiggling. Oh, god damn it.
Back! Back! I could do this all day. Back!
Lack tamer.
Roll over! Play dead.
It's not effective, but it does eventually kill them.
Yeah. Besides, you get to clear distance.
Oh, there's a chest there. I thought that was just a shortcut back. And this isn't the only part of this path. There's also a bit above ground. Now here we are actually about to be hit by rocks from the sky.
Yeah, I get it. Rocks.
Oh boy. Now we got this game's version of the Deku Babas.
Oh. Oh yeah, I remember these.
They're a bit obnoxious.
Well, at least I think the little mechanic is kind of cute.
At first they do look a little bit like the bomb flowers. God damn it.
As my hypothesis has concluded, fire hurts.
That does not work. They spit fire. It'd be like trying to kill one of us by spitting blood.
Well, I mean, I guess that's one way to do blood magic, or to be dying.
You could probably do that a lot faster. Oh, Jesus.
That's what I get for being fancy.
And I'll burn you.
I mean, I do think it's interesting that these things are even up here.
I think this is the only time you even find them. I thought that caught me on fire.
So these plants grow near this volcano where rocks constantly fall, but they never get hit by them.
Well, clearly they grow in the places where they never land. It's like when you find dead patches in grass.
True.
Let me off. I'm looking around, there wasn't anything over there.
The map is so big that you're just encouraged to look around anyways, though. Quality bridge.
Yeah. It's probably just made of rocks. I just realized he stands there with his hand right up there. I'm ready. Gonna stamp the shit out of this.
Let me know when to drop it.
One man was really handsome, the other one existed.
The woman, who cares?
Look, we were close to writing object, but we figured.
And yep, that's how people tend to write women. Well, those are the only two actually looking at each other.
Therefore, I should behead them. Well, more than they already are.
Duh. I thought the Song of Light produced that laser from those statues, like we saw in Phantom Hourglass. Aha.
Oh.
So I was in the right ballpark.
Yeah, you had the right idea. You're just a little off.
Wow, hi Vegeta.
So do you ever get anything stuck in your head? I know we haven't even introduced myself, but like, I just gotta know.
My name is Ambrose. My favorite food is ambrosia. I'm stuck.
Well, I mean, since you're a half man and there's a bunch of stairs there, I understand.
Just saying now. Yes, I know who you are. God damn it.
Nah, I just came all the way here to say hi. Quick question. Is there a keyhole I can use you on? Because your hair kind of makes me want to, like, lockpick something.
I played Skyward Sword. Oh, we got a gap. It clearly sounds like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I am. Alright, performance level 3, 2, 1, go.
Shit.
Mulligan.
I think I should give me a mulligan. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
I did good enough.
I like his instrument. I'm not sure what that is, but I like that it's percussion that plays tones. Don't see that often with drums.
My low quality assumption is steel drums.
Probably not. Steel drums tend to be one single drum.
Alright, hence why I said low quality assumption.
Expectations properly tempered.
I'm not even gonna pretend or act like I know what I'm talking about, but I'll give it a try anyway. Birds? Maybe sky dogs, who knows?
You mean bats?
I knew I was missing one.
And even then, only really flying foxes. Which aren't dogs.
I may have to write something, hang on.
So, Jesus.
You kind of went on your own little timeline there, your own little branching paths.
Alright, well, we should probably ask around for some help from people, some advice on how to get around the mountain. Because there are monsters. Oh, so toot toot!
There are monsters, and I'm looking at them. Call themselves Gorons, though.
What, an elephant?
I know Toots is supposed to look at whoever he's walking past, but I just like in that conversation he was silent, and then he looked over like, man, shut up.
I mean, it feels more like someone would attempt to fight, like... That probably is good advice, actually. Because I feel like someone would think they would want you to fight them from behind.
Or use all your assortment of various items you picked up.
Being careful. Do I look like Toots the... Wait, yeah, I am.
Do I look like Toots?
Yeah? That's your name, isn't it?
But next time we're not going to be going up to the Fire Temple. We've actually got 2 parts of collection to do now, because now that we've got the freight car, there's a whole lot more people who are going to need our help, so there are going to be a lot more force gems we're going to collect, more paths to explore, and more bunnies to find.
Hooray. Well, I actually do think doing the side stuff in Spirit Tracks actually is kind of fun. Like, I do genuinely like trying to catch the rabbits.
Yeah, it feels like the side quests actually amount to something, more or less.
It also helps that I genuinely like riding the train.
Yeah.
Rails and all.
It does feel a bit empty, the overworld, but the amount that you do, in general, the game is pretty saturated.
I agree. Maybe someday we'll get another game in this timeline. But, I mean, we do have the Switch now, so... And the 3DS is more or less dead, so I would advise putting it on Switch.
I can't think of anything that I guess we can call there.
Neither do I. It's... choo-choo.